7 shifts that can move Virgo into a new phase of abundance. There is a reason you pressed play on this video today, Virgo. Something inside you already knows that a shift is forming. Not a distant, abstract possibility, but something real, something close, something that has been building quietly beneath the surface of your daily life. You may not be able to see it clearly yet, and that is fine. Clarity comes in stages, but the fact that you are here listening, open, that tells me your spirit is already responding to what is ahead. For a sign that values order and precision, change can feel uncomfortable. You like to see the path before you walk it. You like to know the outcome before you invest your energy. But what is forming now does not follow those rules. This season is asking you to trust the process even when the details are still blurry. And if you can do that, Virgo, if you can hold your ground while the picture comes into focus, the abundance waiting on the other side of this transition could be unlike anything you have experienced before. Shift 1. The first shift is the most fundamental, and it has to do with the story you tell yourself about what you deserve. For years, maybe even decades, you have carried a quiet belief that you are only worthy of what you earn through effort and sacrifice. You have measured your value by how hard you work, how much you give, how many problems you solve for others. And while that work ethic is admirable, it has also created an invisible ceiling over your life. You have unconsciously decided that abundance must be difficult, that ease is suspicious, that receiving without struggle is somehow wrong. This shift asks you to question that belief. Not to abandon your discipline, not to stop working, but to examine whether the rules you have been living by are actually yours, or whether they were inherited from a generation that survived by sacrificing. There is a difference between working hard because you choose to and working hard because you believe you have to in order to be worthy. The first is empowerment. The second is a prison. And Virgo, you are being invited to walk out of that prison now. When you begin to release the idea that abundance must come through suffering, something extraordinary happens. Opportunities appear that do not require you to burn yourself out. Resources show up in unexpected ways. People offer help that you did not have to earn. And instead of questioning it, instead of looking for the catch, you simply receive it. That is the shift. That is the doorway. And once you walk through it, everything changes. Shift 2. The second shift happens in your relationship with time. Virgo is a sign that is intimately connected to routines, schedules, and the careful management of every hour. And for most of your life, that has served you well. But there is a shadow side to this relationship. A tendency to believe that if you are not being productive, you are wasting time. That if you rest, you fall behind. That every moment must be accounted for, justified, optimized. This shift is about redefining what productive means. Because here is what the universe wants you to understand. Some of your most productive moments will look like stillness. Some of your greatest breakthroughs will come when you are sitting quietly, doing nothing, allowing your mind to wander without a destination. Abundance does not only flow through action, it also flows through receptivity. And receptivity requires space. It requires pauses. It requires moments where you are not doing anything at all. When you give yourself permission to slow down without guilt, you create room for ideas that your busy mind could never access. You open channels for intuition to speak. You allow the universe to deliver what it has been trying to bring you, but could not because you were too busy to receive it. This does not mean you stop planning. It means you plan with more wisdom. It means you include rest as part of your strategy, not as a reward for exhaustion. Shift 3. The third shift is about releasing the need to control every outcome. This is perhaps the most challenging one for Virgo, because control is deeply woven into your nature. You analyze. You prepare. You anticipate every possible problem before it arrives. And while that vigilance has protected you from many setbacks, it has also kept you from experiencing the kind of flow that abundance requires. True prosperity has a quality of surrender to it. Not passive surrender, not giving up, but the kind of surrender that says, I have done my part and now I trust the process to do the rest. It is the farmer who plants the seeds, waters the soil, and then waits, not anxiously, not impatiently, but with the quiet confidence that nature knows what to do. You have been planting seeds for a long time, Virgo. You have been watering the soil with your consistency and your care. Now the shift is asking you to step back and let the harvest come in its own time. When you release control, you do not lose power. You gain a different kind of power. The power of alignment. You stop fighting against the current and start moving with it. You stop trying to force doors open and start walking through the ones that are already opening. And in that release, you discover that the universe has been working on your behalf all along. You just could not see it because you were too busy trying to manage every detail yourself. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Shift 4. The fourth shift involves your voice and specifically the way you communicate your needs and your value. Virgo has a long history of understatement. You downplay your achievements. You minimize your contributions. You say it was nothing when it was actually everything. And while humility is a beautiful quality, there is a line between humility and self-erasure. And you have been crossing it for too long. This shift asks you to speak about yourself with honesty, not arrogance. To name what you have accomplished without shrinking. To ask for what you are worth without apology. Because the world cannot reward what it does not see. And if you keep hiding your light behind modesty, the abundance that is meant for you will keep circulating around you instead of landing in your hands. This is not about becoming someone you are not. It is about becoming more fully who you already are. It is about owning the truth of your capabilities and allowing others to respond to that truth. When you start communicating your value clearly, doors open that you did not even know existed. People begin to see you differently, not because you have changed, but because you have finally allowed them to see what was always there. And that visibility, Virgo, is a direct channel to the abundance that has been waiting for you. Shift 5. The fifth shift is connected to the way you handle setbacks. Virgo tends to internalize failure. When something does not work out, you do not just analyze what went wrong. You carry it. You store it in your body, in your thoughts, in that quiet place inside you where all the things that did not go according to plan live on as evidence that you are somehow not enough. And that weight, Virgo, has been slowing you down more than any external obstacle ever could. This shift is about changing your relationship with failure. Not ignoring it, not pretending it does not matter, but redefining what it means. Every setback you have experienced has given you information. Every disappointment has refined your direction. Every plan that fell apart made room for something better, even if you could not see it at the time. The shift is in recognizing that your past failures are not evidence of your limitations. They are evidence of your resilience. When you stop carrying the weight of old disappointments, your energy changes dramatically. You become lighter, more open, more available to the opportunities that are trying to reach you right now. You stop approaching new situations with the fear of repeating old mistakes, and you start approaching them with the wisdom those mistakes gave you. That is a profound difference, and it is one of the most powerful shifts you can make on your journey toward abundance. Shift 6. The sixth shift has to do with generosity, but not in the way you might expect. Virgo is naturally generous. You give your time, your attention, your energy, often without being asked. But the shift here is not about giving more. It is about giving differently. It is about learning to give from overflow instead of from obligation. It is about recognizing the difference between generosity that fills you up and generosity that leaves you empty. When you give from a place of fullness, your giving becomes magnetic. It attracts more abundance into your life because it is not rooted in sacrifice. It is rooted in love. But when you give from a place of depletion, it creates a cycle of resentment and exhaustion that actually repels prosperity. This shift asks you to check your motivations before you give. Are you giving because it brings you joy? Or are you giving because you feel guilty saying no? Are you sharing because you have plenty? Or are you sharing because you are afraid of being seen as selfish? The answers to these questions will reveal where you are in your relationship with abundance. And once you start giving from overflow, from genuine desire rather than obligation, you will notice that the universe begins to replenish you more quickly and more generously than ever before. Some people watch, others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting, it's about moving. Shift 7. The seventh and final shift is the one that ties everything together. And it may be the simplest to understand but the most difficult to practice. It is the shift from thinking about abundance to embodying it. There is a difference between wanting prosperity and living as though prosperity is your natural state. There is a difference between hoping for change and moving through your days as though change has already begun. This shift is about alignment at the deepest level. It is about waking up each morning and carrying yourself with the energy of someone who knows that good things are coming. Not because you have proof, but because you have decided to trust. It is about making choices from a place of expansion rather than contraction. Choosing the meal that nourishes you. Choosing the thought that empowers you. Choosing the action that moves you forward, even when it feels small. Virgo, you have spent so much of your life in preparation mode. Planning for the future, guarding against risk, building safety nets for every possible scenario. And all of that has made you strong. But now the universe is asking you to use that strength differently. Not to prepare for the worst, but to step into the best. Not to guard against failure, but to walk toward success. Not to build walls, but to open doors. These 7 shifts are not magical. They do not require special tools or secret knowledge. They require honesty, courage, and a willingness to let go of patterns that no longer serve you. And for a sign as disciplined and determined as Virgo, that is more than enough. The abundance you have been seeking is not far away. It is right here, right now, waiting for you to shift your perspective just enough to see it. And once you see it, Virgo, once you truly see it, nothing will ever look the same again. You have 2 options after this video: close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structured 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are.